Hello folks, this is part 2, a continuation of the Dreadful Decks video response challenge. Welcome to the Dreadful Deck tag, a Gothic video response journey into the macabre and mysterious, inspired by the haunting elegance of Van Helsing and the tragic beauty of Dorian Gray. This tag invites you to explore tarot decks, oracle sets, and witchy tools that echo an eerie charm of old London. Foggy alleys, candlelit secrets, and characters with monstrous truths await. In this video response, we delve into the shadowy archetypes, dark feminine power, Victorian mysticism, and decks that flirt with the dreadful and divine. Join in, create your own version, and tag your favorite creators, #DreadfulTag. Here are the prompts, including the added prompts by myself and Rachele at Amethyst Ascension Tarot, and Cortney's original tag video at Eerie's Witchcraft, #TheDreadfulTag. Check the first part of this two-part video for a complete list of the selection explored in my collection. These are the forthcoming prompts. Okay, first prompt. Prompt number 11, Forbidden Lovers. A lover's card deck that is seductively yummy. There was a very sensual sensation from the time I held this deck in my hands. The Arcanum Tarot deck from Los Scarabeo. A realistic depiction of handsome men and sexy women seems to be its major forte. It is a welcome step away from the ugly gnomes and silly fairies that seem to predominate this universe. Prompt number 12, the Jekyll and Hyde deck. Show me a pairing. I have not done it myself yet, but I guess that if I did, I would probably combine the Edgar Allan Poe and the Murder of Crows decks. The one from Llewellyn and the other one from Los Scarabeo. The Murder of Crows deck I have used more often and find a spiritual connection with the cards. It, paired with one of my favorite literary figures, is sure to enhance and deepen the meanings of the reading, or perhaps make it more obscure and terrifying. Forever and nevermore. Prompt number 13, the Van Helsing deck. A deck that feels balanced both in feminine and masculine energy. Elevating this challenge one step further, I have chosen a deck that is both gender fluid, diverse, and inclusive. This is the Queer Tarot by RP Studio. A wonderful deck not only celebrating the wide spectrum of alternative lifestyles, but also non-discrimination of race and sexual orientation. To quote a Spanish proverb, which states that, in the garden of the Lord, there is plenty of variety of fruit. Prompt number 14, the Threshold deck. A deck that feels like an entryway into another place or time. This is the Renaissance Tarot deck by US Game Systems. It speaks precisely of such a journey, a wonderful modern interpretation of period Italian art and mythology. Caution, rated X, suitable for adults only. Some of the images expose unabashed nude human elements. Definitely a deck for the sexually open-minded. A discreet masterpiece, yet perhaps another art item to be censored by YouTube. Prompt number 15, the Phantom of the Opera deck. A deck that sings to your world of hidden things. Not sure it can sing, but this one can speak. The Talking Tarot is a unique and clever deck taking advantage of current technologies. Publisher Tarot Skills. By downloading the app and scanning a barcode on each card, the current is able to obtain an instant readout, but only a standard verbal meaning for each individual card. Here's a short sample.
Harness your determination for victorious outcomes. The Chariot is a major arcana trump card that represents an event that forever changes lives.
So much for that. The one limitation is that it cannot interpret card combinations in a spread, which an experienced human card reader can provide and tailor to a specific question. I guess card readers will still be in demand until artificial intelligence takes over. This will also require a reliable internet connection. For now, let's just say that it is a better idea than hearing me sing. Prompt number 16, the Omen deck, a deck that reads more symbolically than most. That will be the Mystic Odyssey deck, published by the Peter Pauper Press in the United Kingdom. One of my first monochrome black decks, it is one rich in symbolism. It is a pip card deck. Figures in the major arcana and court cards are represented by minimal yet recognizable elements from the standard tarot decks. Apart from being a very imposing deck, I bought it precisely to force me to become more familiar with the stripped pip cards, and thus not be bound by the popular Rider-Waite-Smith depictions. For this, it has served its purpose well. Not a deck that I use frequently, however, I do showcase this dark elegant treasure once in a while and bring it out into the light on very special occasions. Prompt number 17, the Sacred Ground Deck, a deck that feels grounded in tradition. The Decameron Tarot by Los Carabeo is labeled for adults only. This modern deck borrows its imagery from medieval Europe and Giovanni Boccaccio's literary masterpiece, corresponding erotic artwork by Giacinto Gaudenzi. In this deck, you will find all the unabashed shenanigans described in the original Florentine tale. Above all, it is a fun deck, probably rated R or X, but still reflecting a well-known masterpiece, a must for all those perverse collectors out there who covet decks of a historical and artistic significance. Prompt number 18, the Healer Deck, a deck that feels like a caregiver. Have just recently discovered the Loteria Remedios Oracle from Hay House Publishers. This deck came to me via my dear and fierce witchy friend Selena from At Essence of the Moon, who is also responsible for entangling me in this video response challenge. This oracle deck is based upon the names assigned to the popular Mexican lottery numbers from 1 to 54 and is simply a joy to implement in any reading. To date, I have used it very effectively to determine either a person's character on a positive tone, their aspirations, as well as possible challenges. It is a wonderful feel-good deck. Prompt number 19, the Incubus Deck, a deck that you are so tempted to buy. I caved into purchasing the wonderful inspiration for this dreadful challenge, the Gothic Tale Tarot by our friend Rachele at Amethyst Ascension Tarot, available currently as an indie deck from makeplayingcards.com. The deck is already on order, but has not arrived yet. I have seen copies with friends, and I'm actually waiting for my own copy. Currently only an image to display on my iPhone. We'll probably do a follow-up and deserving short introduction video when I receive it. For more information and to purchase this wonderful and unique deck, please visit www.makeplayingcards.com. Search for Amethyst Ascension or the title. Cheers. I will also place a link in the description of this video. Prompt number 20, Dark Shadows. I added this prompt in order to compensate for lacking on the previous prompt, and also to complete the set with a round number, and to choose a deck suitable for shadow work, and one which remains in your mind like a recurring nightmare. As the name suggests, Terror of the Shadow Realm, published by Earth Moon Magic, is sure to keep anyone awake at night. This deluxe and haunting deck brings to light your most hidden fears. It is a journey into the macabre and beautiful. Its sole purpose is to invite us to a dance between the realms of shadows and light. Make sure to pray for your soul before you do. Hope you enjoyed walking with me through the most haunting and mysterious decks in my collection. If you're curious about the dreadful oracle, be sure to check out Amethyst Ascension's deck walkthrough to be found here on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this shadowy content speaks to you. Go in peace.